Oh, yep, here we go. It seems as if I'm connected to both. I wanted to talk with you all about thyroid health and hair loss. But for all of you who don't know who I am, if you have not been made aware of who I am, my name is LaRon Quarles, and I am a certified IAT trichologist, a health and wellness specialist, a beauty professional in New Jersey, and I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 1987. I've been a licensed cosmetology instructor since 2014, and I have become a certified trichologist because it seemed like the necessary fit. The longer you stay in this business, the more you're going to be associated with people who are losing their hair the longer they sit in your chair. So whether they are your stylist for, I mean, your client for 5, 10, 20 years, and I have been in business since 1988, you're going to be associated with people who gradually enter the hair loss space or lose hair or have thinning hair for any certain period of time for any number of reasons. So I become a trichologist to help fill that need. And not everyone who is a trichologist is a hair loss professional or a hairstylist, but I am. There are so many different trichologists that come from different walks of life, but I am one of many. So when you have an issue with your hair and your scalp and it's affecting how well your hair and scalp performs, one of the first places people turn to is a dermatologist, but not every single dermatologist that you run across is always equipped or skilled at helping everyone with hair and hair loss. Some of the common misconceptions are that you go to a dermatologist because you are losing your hair, but 9 times out of 10 you go to a dermatologist because you're having associated skin and scalp changes that are affecting you and how you feel. They are not really so in tune all the time with hair and hair loss and hair growth. Some of the common things that I hear from my clients are they don't understand our hair. They gave me minoxidil. They just gave me a shot. So when you feel typically unsatisfied, which is not always the case because not every single dermatologist uh, will pose you with those options. When you feel as if you have nowhere else to go, please find your nearest trichologist or your hair loss professional to help you with those types of needs. I serve the market of women between the ages of 35 to 60. So whether you are an African American, a Caribbean woman, Pan African Asian, whether you're a young child or a man, I serve everyone's needs, but my market is generally those women between the ages of 35 to 60. So whether you're white, you're Puerto Rican, you're Latin American, doesn't matter. If you have hair on your head, I can assist you. Most often I hear people say, well, do you deal with my hair? And I always say, you have hair, don't you? Well, yeah, I can help you. It doesn't really matter if you have blue hair, black hair, you have red skin, white skin. If you have hair, everyone's hair grows the same way. When you cut everyone bleeds the same way. So there's no distinction really when it comes to, oh, do you help me with my type of hair? If you're experiencing changes in hair and hair loss, I can assist you. Let me see what is going on here with this, with my, I don't know how this works here with this hair loss center. It says invite, create a room where you can invite others. I don't really know how to do that, but anyway, if you guys have any questions, I'm Hair Loss Center NJ on Instagram, and I am SBO Hair Loss and Wellness on Facebook. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out. The number where you can connect with me is 609 710 8102, 609 553 7079, 609 666 4674. You can also reach me at either one of these platforms, or either you can email me. It's very simple, info at hairlosscenternj.com. So if you have any questions that you weren't able to list here in the chat because I can barely see, because I'm trying to work with both of these, you can always connect with me to have any personal questions answered and or book a 15-minute completely free consultation just to find out, well, what are my next steps and what can I do at this point? So like I said, I wanted to come on here today to talk about thyroid health and hair loss. And the thyroid, whether you know it or not, helps to regulate metabolism, heart rate, mood, estrogen levels, testosterone levels, sebum and oil levels in the skin and in the scalp. So when Women sometimes tend to age. They'll say, oh, my skin doesn't look the way it used to. My hair lacks luster. It's changing. There are so many reasons why that could be happening. But some of the top reasons are you're having some challenges with your endocrine system, and namely your thyroid. 13 to 38% of people suffer with one of the most common autoimmune conditions, which is Hashimoto's thyroiditis. In this particular instance, Hashimoto's thyroiditis is an immune system disorder where the immune system sees the thyroid as a foreign invader and it seeks to attack it. And over time, if you're not on the right combination of medicines or you're not trying to undo what's going on with your immune system and your thyroid health, it will continue to attack it until the thyroid doesn't even work anymore. Then you're definitely going to be on medication forever. What I usually find is American women tend to accept the diagnosis that, you know, doctors in this country give them, and they don't do the steps and the keys necessary to work on their issues naturally to help undo, reverse, or get their condition better. They usually just say, oh, I'm on thyroid medication, or I have this sugar, or I'm on cholesterol medication, instead of doing the work to undo it so you don't have to be on that medication and impair your thyroid any longer. So, synthetic drugs have topped the national bestseller list for the past 3 years. And the top medications are Synthroid and levothyroxine. As a certified trichologist, usually all the women that I see in this particular market of 35 to 60-year olds usually has an associated endocrine imbalance. I also see high cholesterol levels or lipid hyperlipidemia, blood pressure issues, diabetes, along with maybe possibly PCOS and or endocrine imbalances, namely thyroid. So women and men, we've got to get ourselves together. You just can't keep relying on the fact that, oh, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick. I'm here today to talk about health and hair loss. So if you want to get your hair loss better, you have to improve the stasis, the homeostasis of your body and get yourself healthier. You've got to work on this. Don't accept that medicine is your fate because the doctors will have you believe that you have to stay on medication to keep it under control. No, you can keep it under control by working on it and minimizing your need for medication so you don't have as much hair loss. Because what I want to share with you is the longer you stay on any type of medication, it will always have an impact on your hair loss. Please believe me, and thank you so much from my heart. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. So that's one of the common things that I have to help clients overcome when I speak with them during my consultations. So I want you to understand that as a trichologist, we practice from the idea of functional medicine. So we want to get down to the root of your issue. We want to help you find out what it is that's contributing to any issue that you have. Then we want to slowly chip away at it. Eat that elephant a little at a time because it can be done. You can eat an elephant. Elephant looks big, it looks massive, and it looks like, oh God, how am I going to do that? A little at a time. Take a bite here, take a bite there, take a bite of the toe, take a bite of the back. And I'm trying to really make the point here that you can work on any issue. You just have to get your mind right and say, okay, this is it. This is my time. The kids are gone. They're out of school. They moved out. My husband's going to help me. We're going to get out here. We're going to start walking. We're going to eat right. I'm going to work on getting off this medication. I'm going to do what I have to do so I can turn my hair loss around. I'm going to work on getting healthier. That's what you have to do. You got to psych yourself out because I can't be the only one in this team because we are a team that's helping you work on your hair loss issue. You have to work on getting healthier. So, what does this mean for you? When your thyroid is not functioning properly, it causes you to be out of balance. It causes a disruption in your hair growth, your skin quality, your mood, your weight. And, it's my goal to help you work on it naturally. Like I said, we work on things from a functional perspective. So we want to find out your root causes. What's causing the inflammation? What's causing the immune distress? What's causing the immune system to fight with the thyroid? What's causing your thyroid to be out of balance? I want to share with you there are many, many ways that you can help your thyroid get itself back into balance. And I'm going to start off this week. I'm going to tackle this for the next few weeks, different ways that we can work on our thyroid because I don't mean it the way it sounds, but I'm just kind of, I'm sick. I'm sick because all the women that I see, they just accept it. And I refuse as a black woman to accept it for you. I'm not willing to accept it. I want to work with you all, and this is what I can do to help you all work on it is by helping you and encouraging you to be healthier. So this week I want to start off with what you can do. So 1 in 5 women, 1 in 5 people rather, will be affected with a thyroid disorder in their entire lives. So in order for you to care for your thyroid in the meantime, one of the things I want you to do is eat to care and nourish your thyroid. I want to talk to you and share with you a personal story. I had just paid my car off. I was trying to get myself right, trying to get my money right for my daughter because she's about to go to college this past fall. So this past summer, I had a car accident in July. So I'm gonna let you know how God works and why I'm sitting here with you today. Had a car accident. Car was totaled. Had to wind up getting another car. So in the interim, I had to wind up getting therapy and different X-rays and MRIs because of the impact that it had on me. I was driving down Broad Street here in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I happened to look to the left, and I was turning my head back around and looked to the right, and boom, I was hit on the passenger side. So I have a bulging disc, and I have some areas in my neck here where I have to, visit my chiropractor, weekly for different therapies. I was going to him 3 days a week, then he reduced it to twice a week, then he got me down to one day a week. But having that accident set off a simultaneous chain of reactions. He sent me out for MRI testing, like I shared with you. Went to get an MRI done on my entire body because he wanted to see if any other areas were affected, in addition to my neck, which was, clearly evident because I couldn't really turn my head too much. So what we found was when I got my MRI was that I had a goiter on my thyroid and I had no idea. So what I want to share with you is the goiter here surrounds the outside of your thyroid. Your thyroid is a little butterfly shaped gland at the base of your neck. The pituitary and the hypothalamus are kind of like in the cranium or in the head. The thyroid and the parathyroid are right around this area here, one of our endocrine glands. So when I got my MRI, my chiropractor, when he read the x-rays and stuff, he said, you have a, goiter, you have nodules on your thyroid gland. I was like, who? Who? Not me. I'm a health and wellness professional. I don't have anything wrong with my thyroid. Y'all, I was sick. I was sick because I worked so hard to, manage my own health. How am I going to be a benefit to others when I got challenges and problems? But I said, okay, I'm gonna work this out. But the only thing is, when you go to work with a professional such as a physician on a level where I needed an endocrinologist, it was going to be about 6 months before I can even get to my endocrinologist in this area. So I said, I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to start working on my thyroid because this is not happening. I am not going to be the one who's going to be subjected to medication at all, ever. Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because medication on its face is designed to help you overcome a challenge at the moment. You're not supposed to stay on the medication. You're supposed to work within the framework of your body, get yourself together, and possibly get off of it, not stay on it. I don't want to manage my life with medication. Many of you are, and that's okay, but I challenge you to go the distance to create an environment where you can get better and get off of it or reduce the need for the medication. So, what I found was that I have a goiter. And what happens with a goiter, it usually bulges on one side of the thyroid versus the other. So, goitrogens are fruits, vegetables, foods that block the absorption of iodine and selenium to the thyroid, which helps it work more efficiently. So I tell all my clients, you need minerals. Everybody wants to beat me over the head about, oh, I take biotin, I take vitamin D. That ain't all you need. There are so many minerals. There's selenium, there's sulfur, there's iodine, there's iron, there's calcium, there's vitamin D, there's vitamin A, D, E, K, vitamin B, all the vitamin B complex on the spectrum. There are so many things. Phosphorus, potassium. There's so many things that you need in the course of the day, in addition to amino acids. But you cannot just think you are going to walk this fine line and just take biotin and you're going to be good, because you will see me. So no, I need you also to understand iodine and selenium are very important in the functioning of the thyroid. So goiters happen when the thyroid gland produces more thyroid tissue in response to the fact that it's being blocked because of the types of foods that you're eating. So I consume a lot of goitrogens, and I had no idea until I evaluated what it was that would make my thyroid produce excess thyroid tissue and not work efficiently. So I was blocking my thyroid from absorbing iodine and selenium. What happens is the pituitary will induce the body to produce more TSH, that's thyroid stimulating hormone. So your thyroid will produce more and more tissue because it's not functioning properly. So, okay, well, it's not working, so we're going to produce more thyroid tissue so that we can work more efficiently. Who knows that until you go to an endocrinologist or you do a little bit of reading, because they'll hide everything from another in a book, but we don't read. We just take our diagnoses and we just say, okay, I got the sugar. I'm just going to take this metformin. No, you need to read and find out what you need to do to get off of it. Yes, I'm doing a hand clap because I need to get this point clearly off. You have to read to find out what you can do to get yourself better. So I found that the goitrogens that I was eating was blocking the iodine and selenium. So when your body has to make more TSH, it will cause you to make more tissue. It's kind of the same way when we age and we mature, we start to gain weight because our estrogen levels are starting to get out of whack. So what happens is estrogen is produced and manufactured in the ovaries and in the body's peripheral tissues. So the body will cause you to gain weight so that you can make more estrogen, so that you can just feel okay and function. But the body just does what it does. God is awesome. So we gain weight to make more estrogen. We gain more thyroid tissue because our thyroid is not working properly. So I had to find out the hard way that I was doing it partially to myself. So I want to share with you one of the common ways that you can start working on your thyroid. This is week one. I'm going to do this every week just for the next month, just to see if I can help you guys have an impact on your thyroid. So when you reduce some of these goitrogens in your food supply, then you can reduce your thyroid markers, your autoimmune thyroid markers. I don't know how to say the word exactly. I don't know how to say it right, but I know it's called TPO, thyroid peroxidase. I know what it is when I see it. I don't know how to say it. Okay, I'm a trichologist. I'm not a medical professional. So I would just say autoimmune markers for your thyroid, TPOs. So when you're consuming goitrogens or goitrogenic foods, some of the top foods, and if you want this list, you guys just email me and, connect with me later so you can get a list of this, and I will post it on my website as well. So some of these foods, and I know y'all famous for eating it too. One of the top ones, collard greens, y'all. Collard greens, collard greens, collard greens. If you have an issue with your thyroid, or you find that after you eat a large dose of these types of foods, maybe you feel a little bit of an imbalance. Maybe you feel sluggish. Maybe you don't feel right after you eat these foods. This is why, because it blocks the absorption of iodine and selenium into the thyroid, so it doesn't work properly. Arugula, broccoli. Oh my God, I love broccoli. Brussels sprouts. I love those little cabbages. Most people hate them. I love Brussels sprouts. Cabbage, cassava root, cauliflower, collard greens, eggplant, horseradish, kale, y'all, kohlrabi, leeks, mustard greens. I'm dead. I am weak right now. Mustard greens, okra. radishes, spinach, squash, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, turnips, figs, grapes, peaches, pears, plums, strawberries, y'all, almonds, cashews, pine nuts, peanuts, walnuts, flax seeds, millet, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, garbanzo beans. I have just recently been introduced to hummus. I'm about to faint. Soybeans. Now, soy, you all need to stay away from soy if you have an endocrine imbalance. I say soybeans because if you are having some problems with your menstrual cycle, your estrogen levels, or your thyroid, you need to really reduce or eliminate soybeans in your diet. It's okay to have some of these once in a while, but when these are part of a consistent part of your diet, that's why we have the issues that we have. Wheat, kamut, barley, spelt, bulgur wheat, sorry you all, and rye seeds. I'm going to just cover just a few more because I went to quite a few sites to get some of this information. Also, Chinese broccoli, bok choy, watercress, pine nuts, rutabaga, red radish, babasu, broccolini, let's see, peaches, okay, and there are just maybe a few more, but I encourage you all because I'm tapering to the end of my broadcast. I came on here today to share with you all some things about thyroid health and your hair growth. When your thyroid is being attacked by your immune system, it's going to work improperly. It'll be out of balance. It is our goal as a hair loss professional, as a trichologist, it is our goal to help you discover your imbalances. So when you know you have an imbalance in your thyroid, you have to work very hard at reducing the medication if they place you on medication, or if you know you have a thyroid imbalance, you have to work really hard to nourish and care and support your thyroid. With that being said, goitrogens are some of the ways that when you eat and consume them, they block your absorption of iodine and selenium into the thyroid so it doesn't work properly. I share with you my own personal story with my goiter and my goal to get myself off of this medication. Oh yeah, somebody left me something. I can't see it. I'm so sorry. I can't see the comments because there's kind of like some kind of gray screen over my broadcast. I don't know how to get that off. But I say all that to say, please take advantage of some of the foods that I just mentioned. You don't have to eliminate them from your diet completely. But when you have a goiter, you have a low functioning thyroid or a hypothyroid, you have to make sure that you reduce and eliminate these types of foods. Conversely, for someone that has a hyperthyroid, sometimes it's good for you to consume it because your thyroid is overactive. My whole goal right now, thank you from my heart, is to share with you that we need to help you support your thyroid so we can get it functioning normally, get you off and reduce that medication because I refuse to have my people sitting here and they're slaves to their thyroid medication, they're slaves to their metformin, they're slaves to their cholesterol medication and their high blood medication. No, 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 no. We're not doing this. We're going to work on this hair. We're going to work on this hair loss. Get at my sister at Dakin Beauties. She is a new trichologist. She is in your area. She's in Seattle, Washington. Get at her so she can help you get on track so that you can get healthier. See myself, I am in New Jersey, but I can help you virtually anywhere in the world with a connection and a web connection. I don't want you all to think that this is your fate. If you are at the beginning stages of your hair loss, you can work on it. If you're at the end stages of your hair loss, you can work on it. Um, Please reach out. You can reach me at info at Hair Loss Center NJ. That's my email. You can reach me at Facebook at SBO Hair Loss and Wellness. And you can also reach me on Instagram at hairlosscenternj.com. So I was here today just to share with you a little bit about thyroid health in your hair and how we're going to take our lives back, how we're going to get healthier. And how we're going to do that is eating this elephant a little at a time. I love you all, and I thank you so much for all of your support, all of your appointments, everything. And I'm here for you because without you, there is no me. And I live to take care of some hair. Y'all hair is my hair, whether y'all know it or not. So y'all better treat this hair right. So I just want to say, have a good day, everyone, because my client just walked in. So I got to go. Peace and love to all. Talk to you soon.